Hey everyone, my name's Joris Peels, and this is another edition of 3D Printing News Unpeeled. Today we're going to talk about printing cork. We're going to be talking about BMW motorcycles and the Philippines. So let's start with the University of Texas at Arlington. So the University of Texas at Arlington has a professor called Shadi Nazarian, and she's going to do something kind of quite groundbreaking, actually. She is putting together a group of companies and institutes and things to do a special 3D printing project for rural Alaska. And this will combine cork and concrete. Now, cork, first off, is a eminently sustainable material. We always talk about wood as being sustainable, but cork, you just peel it out of the off of the tree, and next year there'll be new cork. So it's a fantastically efficient material, really long lasting material, and it's a very, very lightweight material, very good insulating properties. So what her idea is to make this a build material, especially for rural Alaska. So the Alaska climate for printing in Alaska in those locations, and that is a new way of looking at it. A lot of people are just looking at, hey, what concrete or biopolymer or whatever material can we use, or what reinforced material can we use to replace concrete or just conventional manufacturing and conventional house building. But what if there are different materials and different technologies for different areas? What if the business case for 3D printing in rural Alaska is very good, but only if you used a material like composite made out of cork, and concrete? So this is something to think about. Maybe there won't be a single concrete material, but lots of different materials depending on the climate or the area. So the people helping her on this are the Xtreme Habitat Institute. There's a 1.6 million US dollar matching grant from the Department of Housing and Urban Development, Denali Commission, Alaska Housing and Finance Corporation, and the Rasmuson Foundation. So she definitely has lined up a whole bunch of partners, and the work is going to be done by X-Hab, which is her own company that I think that did a NASA challenge earlier, and they're going to be doing that as well. So that's a neat little package, getting all the relevant parties in one kind of consortium kind of thing, and spending that several $1 million doing that. So a big win for the University of Texas Arlington, by the way, is getting Dr. Nazarian, and also a big win for her for getting this project together. And yeah, just to me, the really interesting thing about this is, like, we don't know if it's going to work, but wow, maybe if you're 3D printing in a tropical area, you want a different material. Maybe if you're 3D printing closer to the equator, then the chain material changes again. And that's kind of stupid maybe for me, but I had never thought of that. So I thought that was something about BMW Motorrad R20 concept. R20 concept is a really cool looking concept bike. The LED got aluminum 3D printed parts in it. If you look at the ring, it's kind of a floating ring kind of a setup. And the idea is that it could be on all day, or in even kind of visibility of the motorcyclist. And for a motorcycle headlight. The notable thing here is that aluminum has become a kind of low cost, a part of a fusion technology. Aluminum itself, you can run it faster than the machine, the material's cheaper, and that adds up to in having a material that is machine cost itself, of course, and if you just print a part in half the time, that is going to enable you to have so many more print days, be able to make so many more valuable things, and that thing is just going to be super cheap compared to if you leave it in longer. So this is a concept bike, and 3D printing has been used for decades on concept motorcycles, concept cars, and concept everything, essentially. But what I really like about this is that cost price technically we're not that far away from a world where this could actually make it to production. It needs to be a little bit smaller component. Maybe it would definitely be on a premium compared to a lot of other components on that bicycle. But if it would make sense, it could really make it onto a bike. So I like this. I like motorcycles because lightweight is so important. I like, if you save a little weight, if you save a little balance in the bicycle as well, the motorcycle, then it has a lot of impact on the rider and the riding experience and the mileage and all that kind of thing. So I like additive for this kind of reason. Like, just especially weight and weight for distribution, we could really make an impact. Now, whether the light is really the winning component, I don't know, but we know that BMW is doing a lot of work on powder bed fusion. They have been for decades. And it's nice to see more parts coming to the fore as well on the motorcycle side of things, and maybe they'll make it into production. We'll see. I think this is more something to look at than a lot of the car parts we've been seeing that are kind of like more blah blah than actual substance. On a motorcycle, considering the package, considering the size of this, and considering the fact it's aluminum, to me that makes it kind of not maybe production ready, but maybe there's a special version of the bike or something, or it'll be like the most expensive option they have. But still, this is really close to being a production component, so I like that a lot. The next news it kind of surprised me. It's very good news. It made me very happy. It's the Philippines Department of Science and Technology, called DOST. They set up an advanced manufacturing center, AMCen, and way back in 2021, which I didn't know actually. And they're now going to put an extra $5.6 million in there into 3D printing. They're looking at kind of the usual suspects, really. Rockets, construction, bioprinting, broad spectrum kind of stuff. And they're looking at polymers and materials, that kind of thing. And they're doing this project is called Rapid Admatech. Has nothing to do with the company. Rapid Advanced Prototyping for Product Innovation Development using additive manufacturing technologies. As stated, it's more like a product development, product iteration type of a project. And it's nice to see countries in the developing world look at this. We all know that India has got a lot of mileage out of 3D printing for its space program. We know as well that India is deploying a lot of this in construction. The field is wide open, right? Can the Philippines be an electric car giant? Probably not. They just don't have the money. It's probably a little bit late in the race for them to kind of really kind of make a determining factor. And they're always going to be a bit further away from a lot of the customers, although there are a lot of Filipinos, a lot of Southeast Asia generally. But hey, the Philippines could still, for a number of technologies, a number of 3D printing developments, be the center of the world, or be the first people to really put it in production for a lot of different areas. So I think it seemed like a wise choice for, as a developing country, to use this technology and leapfrog a lot of other people, and get a lot of talented people to work in making this technology work for you. So I think, this is good. This is wonderful. I wish more countries did this, and then I hope they get a lot of mileage out of this stuff and really make it count for them. So my name is Joris Peels. This was brought to us by 3dprint.com, and it's called 3D Printing News Unpeeled. And thank